Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. For seekers of God, spiritual talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda, page 20 and 21, remaining part of chapter 7. Here, Swami Shivananda Maharaj, Mahapurushji Maharaj, tells us that the Belur Monastery Chapel shrine is a veritable Kailasa, and the early morning is an ideal time for meditation. And he discusses his days of ecstasy with Sri Ramakrishna. Addressing an elderly gentleman, the Swami said, "Now please go to the chapel after washing yourself in the Ganga. We have made our chapel a veritable Kailasa or Vaikuntha, abodes of Shiva and Vishnu respectively. There in the chapel is the living presence of Sri Ramakrishna and also of the Holy Mother, Swamiji and other disciples of the Master. Whenever I enter the chapel, I feel that I am in Kailasa itself. Often I go there and sit for meditation, and my heart is filled with joy." Addressing a monk who was seated near, the Swami asked, "When do you go to the chapel?" Monk: "Maharaj, in the morning about 9 or 10, and again in the evening." Mahapurush Maharaj: "Don't you go there early in the morning?" Monk: "No, Maharaj. Early in the morning, I meditate on my bed." Mahapurush Maharaj: "Why on the bed? Get up early, wash yourself, and go to the chapel to meditate there. Why, of all places, do you meditate on the bed? It is not a good practice. Of course, when sitting elsewhere is inconvenient, it is different. We have learned from experience that the moment you sit on the bed, you feel lethargic and sleepy. The bed and its pillows have a tendency to pull you down and make you go to sleep. If possible, I try to avoid sitting on the bed. At the early hour of dawn, when the chapel is not open, I may sit for a while on the bed, but later I go to the chapel and enjoy my meditation there. The morning is the ideal time for meditation. It is silent and quiet all around. Nature is peaceful. With little effort, the mind becomes absorbed in meditation. Invariably, I awaken when the clock strikes 3. Whatever be the time of my going to bed." We noticed that the Master, that is Sri Ramakrishna, would not sleep at all after 3 o'clock. He was in the habit of sleeping lightly. An hour or 2 sufficed him. Arising from bed, Sri Ramakrishna would start taking the name of the Lord. Sometimes he chanted Om. Sometimes he clapped his hands and repeated the name of the Mother of the universe. Or perhaps he walked up and down taking the name of Hari. He would awaken those of us who were sleeping in his room. Approaching us one by one, he would say, "My boys, are you awake? Get up and take the name of the Lord." His ecstatic chanting of God's name would be going on all the time. Having no consciousness of the outer world, he would, while chanting, sometimes go out on the adjoining porch, nude like a small child. Some days Sri Ramakrishna would start Kirtana, accompanied with drums and cymbals, and we would join him. Mostly he would sing only the names of God, occasionally improvising words and phrases. Sometimes he danced in ecstasy. Oh, how graceful was his dance! he would then be transformed beyond recognition. It is impossible to describe his unique spiritual raptures. He had an unusually sweet voice, the like of which we have never heard anywhere. The Kirtana would continue till the late hours of the morning. The Master's ecstasies were contagious, making all ecstatic. The ceaseless repetition of the Lord's name made the place a heaven. In what joy did we pass our days with Sri Ramakrishna! Thinking of his association with Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Shivananda Mahapurush Maharaj became deeply absorbed, as if unable to speak any more. End of chapter 7. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.